Today we're in this 2024 Hyundai Kona Electric Limited. MSRP on this is just shy of $43,000. You get about 261 miles of range out of a 64.8 kilowatt hour battery. It charges on a level 2 in just over 7 hours and on a level 3 DC fast charger in 45 minutes. So not as quick as the Ioniq lineup, but it's good enough for city use. I'm here with my friend Luke. We've been friends for, I don't know how long, like 7 years, 8 years, something like that. He's an EV connoisseur, and he'll be kind of helping me today go through the Ioniq. So let's go ahead and take you for a quick walk around it. We'll dive into the exterior, interior, and then we'll take it for a short spin. Now this exterior color is called Cyber Gray. I think the all-new Kona that's been redesigned here for 2024 looks very sharp. Actually, maybe not too polarizing. I think it looks pretty good.
It's understated.
Understated, yeah, I agree. You do get 17-inch wheels wrapped in Kumo Solus all-season tires. I like how they went with the smaller wheels and not, big honking 19-inch wheels and everything else these days that just ride like crap. Helps on range, helps with ride, helps with road noise, etc., etc. Looks nice. Do have LED headlights, LED tail lights all the way around, and you have an LED light bar that goes all the way across. The front and the back illuminates at night, looks very sharp. You do have the pixelated design elements as well from the Ioniq lineup working its way down to here. Here is the charge port. It's not motorized, which I like to see, less stuff to break. No NACS for 2024, no NACS for 2025 either. We'll see if that ever comes to the Kona lineup. This is built on the 400-volt architecture, so like I said earlier, it's a little bit slower charging than the Ioniq, which is built on a 800-volt architecture, but yeah, not bad. Let's go ahead and take a look at the trunk. You have a power liftgate. It's pretty nice to see for something in this glass.
It really is.
Pretty nice cargo space back here. You get about 25-ish cubic feet. No spare tire on this, unfortunately, but you can retrofit one there if needed. You can just buy one from the dealer. It's the same thing as the gas Kona. There's mounting points right here, so it's actually super nice that they at least offer that. An EV with a spare tire, I guess accessory, that's pretty cool. You can even lower this load floor a little bit to allow for something a little bit taller. Pretty easy to just put back and forth. Even this cargo cover comes off very easily and can be removed and placed down here, and it's out of the way. Pretty convenient.
It always amazes me how much storage they have in the Kona.
I know.
How small the car is from the outside.
I know, like, the last year, the previous generation was just so small and you couldn't really do anything with it. But like this generation, you can actually can do stuff with it, which is nice. Yeah. 60/40 folding rear seats that I believe fold flat, almost flat. A little bit of a incline, but not too bad. And there's no hump or anything, so that's pretty nice to see. Love having that power liftgate though. Let's go ahead and climb in the back seat. Do you have Hyundai's H-Tex leatherette surfaces? Very nice. Very premium feeling. Pull down center armrest with a couple cup holders. Vents back here, a couple USB-C ports, some storage, and some mat pockets. What do you think?
It's actually surprisingly roomy.
Yeah.
Headroom is there and plenty of knee room.
Yeah, how tall are you?
So, about 5'10".
Yeah, 5'11", 6 foot. And driver's seat's in my position. That's the position that you would be in. And yeah, very nice, very comfy, really comfy.
Yeah, especially with this, you could go on a road trip pretty easy.
Yeah, not bad at all. And this being an electric vehicle, you don't have a transmission tunnel, so everything here is flat. So you can put another passenger in the center there. Pretty cool. You even got a sunroof as well. Pretty nice to see. I actually think I just opened that. Yep, I did. You got a nice dash as well with the green accent. This interior color is called Sage Green. I'm not too fond of the green.
Yeah.
I kind of think it's Yeah, I agree. I think if I would order one of these, it'd be just a black interior. I wish they had the option for just the regular gray interior too, but it is what it is. But this back seat is actually pretty impressive.
Yeah.
It's actually usable. Very nice. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at what's under the hood. Nice to have gas struts on the side too. Under the hood is absolutely nothing but a frunk. A little bit of a frunk. I think it's actually larger than the Ioniq 5 frunk. I mean, you can store the level 1 charger in there, and then this vehicle also does come with vehicle to load. I forgot to say that, meaning there's an adapter you can put in the front here, and you can power other electronics like your house, a fridge, you're out camping or whatever. You can plug this little adapter in to power whatever electronics you want, and it can be stored under here pretty easily. Very nice. It's one of the benefits about an electric vehicle is just having that backup generator at any time. Pretty neat.
Yeah.
While we're under here, I guess we'll talk about performance. You get 201 horsepower and 188 pound-feet of torque. That's down about, I think, 100 from last year, which is a little bit unfortunate, but I think it's pretty peppy enough. We'll get into that while we drive here. I've been averaging about 4.3, 4.4 miles per kilowatt hour, so it's actually a pretty efficient EV. Let's go ahead and climb in the driver's seat. You do get LED turn signals as well. Smart key access on the door. Power driver's seat, manual drive passenger seat. These are heated and ventilated. Very, very comfortable, I think, in my opinion. What do you think?
Yeah, they're very comfortable. They really support a lot more than you expect.
Yeah, especially for this price point. I mean, that's really impressive, especially having ventilated seats as well. That's pretty impressive. Up here, you're greeted with two 12.3-inch displays, one for the gauge cluster, one for the infotainment. They're super customizable. You guys have seen me customize this in the other videos. I won't go into depth with that, but I love Hyundai's infotainment. We've seen this in the gas-powered Kona, and it's the new CCNC interface. Works perfect, no lag. There's tons of options, tons of settings in here, and yeah, no complaints at all. Do have a 360 reverse camera too, which is actually pretty nice for this price point. I love that. Get a quick access button there that you can program to go wherever you want in the infotainment, which is pretty nice to see. I have it set up for phone projection, dual zone climate control with the option to go driver only, which is pretty nice. Down through here, you get a couple USB-C ports. This USB-C port can be controlled to use Apple CarPlay and charge, or just charge only. So if you have wireless CarPlay going like I do, it won't interfere with the CarPlay if something's plugged into there. 12-volt outlet, wireless phone charger that bakes your phone. There's your heated steering wheel, all your heated seat and ventilated seat controls. You got drive modes as well. You got 4 drive modes: Snow, Eco, Normal, and Sport. Will be in Normal for this drive. A couple cup holders that move out of the way. This is pretty nice until it breaks. Hopefully it doesn't break. And a very interesting design center console here. It's a little bit open. I have mixed feelings about it. It's pretty roomy, but I would prefer it to be closed rather than everything just hanging out in the open to get stolen. Glove box and a little shelf to put some stuff on. These aren't lined with any rubber, so stuff will slide around and go all over the place. So I would recommend probably getting something from Amazon, like a rubber mat or something to stick up there and keep things from moving around. Auto dimming rear view mirror with home link for your garage door, and a illuminated visor mirror that you have to turn on manually. So yeah, not bad. Overall, yeah, the interior is cheap feeling. There's a lot of hard plastics everywhere, but I think it looks nice. There's soft touch points where you need it. Yeah, it is a little bit cheap feeling, especially with compared to the Ioniq 5 and 6 that I just got out of. But it is pretty, I guess, utilitarian. Is that a good word for it?
Yeah.
It's for the price, I think it is perfectly adequate. So with all that being said, let's go ahead and take this for a spin. And before I do that, please be sure to like the video if you haven't already. It helps me as a smaller creator, and you guys all know how all that works with the YouTube algorithm, and liking it pushes out to others so that others can view it. And if you liked it even more than that, please consider subscribing as well. I publish car reviews weekly, and I got a great stack of vehicles coming, so definitely stay tuned. So that being said, let's go ahead and stick our seatbelts on, take this thing for a spin. You do have Hyundai's column rotary shifter. It's very nice, very easy to use, very intuitive. Forward to go forward, twist it backwards to go backwards, and push it in on the end to go into park. I love it. Frees up the center here and creates more room, and it's not super convoluted and hard to use. As you can see here, we do get Hyundai's blind spot cameras, which is actually really nice to see in the gauge cluster there. I love them. I think they are very practical and extremely nice to have on a highway, so you're not just turning over your shoulder all the time. That sun is just blinding.
It really is.
Sorry guys, we're gonna have to roll with the visors up for a little bit. Overall, the ride quality is actually really good for this price point. I think the road noise is kept to a minimum. It's certainly quieter than my 2024 Civic that I have.
Yeah.
I definitely think this is the best riding car in the class. I even said that about the gas Kona a few months ago when I had that, and this is no exclusion. Foot to the floor. A little bit of torque steer through the steering wheel. Pretty quick.
Yeah, it moves nicely.
Yeah. I mean, it's not fast, but it's not slow either. It's quick.
Yeah,
it's quick.
It is.
And you have that instant, torque when you put your foot down, and you get thrown in the back of your seat. Right?
That's right. This car was never designed.
You can see his head go back.
This car was never designed to win a race, but it will get the job done better than the gas version.
Yeah, exactly right. I agree. Do you have regenerative braking? One pedal drive as well. You can control that with the paddle shifters. As soon as you start the vehicle, it will default in a level 3 regenerative braking, which is not quite one pedal, which is a little bit unfortunate. You have to manually enable one pedal on the paddle every single time you start up the vehicle. But it is pretty strong. It's not as strong as the Ioniq 5 and 6 that I tested, but it'll bring you to a stop nicely and smooth. Now on this nice road surface, you can definitely tell just how quiet and refined it is for something in this class.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Feels like something much above its price point.
Yeah, I agree.
Very quiet, very smooth.
I love EVs. It's just so much fun to put down your foot and just, go.
Effortlessly.
Yeah, it is.
Effortless.
It really is. And the throttle here is tuned very nice. I mean, we're just in normal mode, and it goes. If I put it in sport mode and put my foot down, it's a lot more, more sensitive. But yeah, I'm not even using the brake at all, and this is full regen. One pedal.
That's really all you need.
Yeah, and you can modulate the gas pedal to slow you down as you need. See how it does out of a dig here. Oh, that's too funny.
I'll never forget the first time I drove an EV, the Chevy Spark, and torque steer flooring it everywhere.
Oh my gosh, really?
On a test drive. Oh yeah,
my gosh.
It was so fun. That thing would just rip around.
That's hilarious.
Like
wait, was it the Spark or the Volt?
The Spark.
Spark?
Yeah, they made a few.
Really?
Back in the day.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
Yeah, tiny little Spark. Those things would fly.
All right, let's do a quick 0 to 60. 2 people in the car. In sport mode, come to a complete stop. Put the sun visor up. And floor. You just hear it fighting for traction with those tires, trying to keep traction going. That's hilarious.
Yeah, it did pretty good.
Yeah.
It's a lot of torque to keep down.
Yep. Oh my gosh. I think this thing has like a 215 section tire on it, so they're little skinny things. That's pretty decent for putting power down. It's fun enough. I mean, like you said, it's not meant for races or anything, but it's still fun to drive. Over the past, let's see, how many miles have I put on this? 520 miles. I spent 18 hours in this car. I've been averaging 4.4 miles per kilowatt hour, so very efficient. Definitely, based on those numbers there, beats its estimated range of 261 miles. These roads are awful. They do these like chip and seal, where they literally just put tar and gravel down and call it a day because their county is like way too cheap. I mean, you know how it is. We've been here for 20 years, and I mean, like I said, the road noise here for the class is just excellent. It does a great job keeping road noise down to a minimum for this.
There's such noisy roads.
Yeah, it's so
really
bad.
Yeah.
Then it gets tar and everything all over your car all the time, and you have to spend hours cleaning that up. It's just not fun. See, at 90%, we have 260 miles now of range, which is right around what this is estimated at. I even took this on a highway too at 65, 70 miles an hour, and I was still averaging 4.1 to 4.5 miles per kilowatt hour, which is pretty good.
It really is. Yeah.
I like the screen here. There's even a customizable button on the steering wheel here that takes you to the EV page on the steering wheel. And I have it set to go to the EV page on the infotainment there. But it's pretty cool. You can kind of see where the nearest charge station is at. You can click on it, and it will, use the built-in navigation to navigate you to the nearest charge station. You can even filter for like fast chargers and things like that too. It's really nice, really intuitive, very easy to use. But you can see we have 258 miles of range with the AC on. If we turn the AC off, it'd be 272.
That's nice.
Whoops. So we we definitely gain a lot of range. We didn't use AC, but I'd be sweating.
Yeah, it's too hot today.
Let's turn on these ventilated seats. Test those out. Even in this screen as well, you can kind of see our consumption. What's using the most power during the drive, which is pretty nice to see.
It's nice that it's an active real time as well.
Yeah.
Showing your drivetrain regeneration and everything.
Yeah. Valuable information for sure.
That seat works well.
I know, right?
Especially for how quiet it is. I can't hear it working at all.
So these ventilated seats are like they're really good for the class. Like I just got out of a $68,000 Lexus IS a few weeks ago that those ventilated seats just made a bunch of noise and it didn't work at all.
Yeah.
And I think ventilated seats are a little bit subjective too. Like, I think you have to have breathable clothes on to actually like experience, to see if they work. Because I've wore jeans and in this car and it didn't even work at all. And then these pants are pretty breathable and I can definitely feel the air flowing through them. Just one wheel peel. It's quick though. I mean, what more do you need, really?
You don't.
You don't need like something that goes from 0 to 60 in 3 seconds. I mean, yeah, it's fun, but the common person doesn't need that. This is perfect.
This is fast without sending you to jail fast.
Yes, exactly right. Exactly. While we're on this road, this vehicle does come equipped with Hyundai's Highway Driving Assist. It's very easy to engage by this button on the steering wheel. I think Hyundai's Highway Driving Assist is the best in the business and works almost flawlessly. You don't really need to put inputs in the steering wheel for several minutes I've gone several miles, like 15, 20 miles before getting prompts from the steering wheel. And it does a pretty good job of keeping you centered in the lane. You even can control your following distance here as well. It understeers like crazy. Oh, that's so much fun. It's predictable though. It lets you know where the limit's at and there's no compromises. Oh, that's too much fun. Not bad though. I mean, for the targeted buyer, even for myself, I'm actually considering purchasing one of these, or at least leasing one of these. And this is actually a lot of fun. I do enjoy driving it. A lot of people, say that EVs aren't fun because you don't, get that engine noise and things like that. And I actually used to be like that, but after driving in one of these and having it for a while, and it actually 3 or 4 EVs now, they're actually pretty fun.
Yeah.
I like them. There's benefits and drawbacks to both gas and electric vehicles, but I think definitely trying something before making a judgment on it is an important life lesson to carry on and apply to your life. Wasn't that hilarious? The squealing of the tires.
I'm so impressed that it squealed that much, but it didn't feel out of control.
No,
it still felt like it told you that's where its limit was, and it wasn't going to go farther, but it let you do it.
This vehicle is also equipped with a Bose stereo system, so we'll go ahead and demo that real quick. next track here. Well, before I say anything, what do you think?
For the price point, that's a very impressive system.
I agree. I think it's it'd be high B tier, maybe not quite low A tier, very close.
Yeah.
It's a very good stereo system. He's even been with me with some high-end stereo tests with the Hyundai Harman Kardon one that was really good, S tier, and then the Bowers and Wilkins and the Volvo, which was S tier, and so yeah, for the price, this is actually really, really good. Overall, a very nice package here from Hyundai for sure.
I'm a little confused how they can spec the car this nice at that price point as an EV
and still make money somehow.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I don't know. I think this is a pretty compelling option. You know, having been in the Ioniq 5, the Ioniq 5 definitely is a lot quieter. Not that this is loud, and a lot more premium feeling. But you know, if you're looking to get into your first EV and don't mind that this is front-wheel drive only, then I don't know. Mm-hmm. Can it get better than this for the price point?
You'd be hard pressed.
Yeah. I agree.
Not a lot of cars at this price point.
No, I mean, Chevy got rid of the Bolt, right? Or at least it's been paused, I think.
Yeah.
What else is there? The Nissan Aria.
Chevy would have their
the Equinox.
Maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of those around.
Yep.
But maybe a low-end Model 3.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
I think the build quality's not going to be as good as this. This is a better build quality.
Than a Tesla.
Yeah, for sure. It's not as rattly and cranky.
So overall, what's your opinion? What's your final thoughts on the 2024 Kona EV?
I think it's just another car that Hyundai continues to impress with.
Yeah.
Every car, they just are doing themselves, and really, there's a lot of compelling reasons to buy this car.
They've certainly come a long way, you know, since the early 2000s, and then to come to something like this, it's nuts. It's so good. It is so good.
Even in the last 4 or 5 years, they've really upped their game.
Yeah, for sure. Especially in designs.
Yeah.
Some of their designs I think are questionable, but at the end of the day, I mean, it's a Hyundai. Like, what it is coming down at the road. It's not like all the other cars. You could pick it out from, a row of 100 cars and be like, yeah, I know that's a Hyundai because it has a lot of jagged edges and triangles. At speeds below 23 miles an hour, you can kind of hear that electric vehicle sound roaring away to let pedestrians know that you're coming. I think it's quite comical. So actually, in reverse, it gets pretty loud. And if I'm not mistaken, it's in the same key as the Apple Mac computer startup sound, right? It's the exact same key.
It sounds so
they
similar.
literally just ripped the Mac startup sound and set it as their reverse sound. All right. Well, there is a couple party tricks I have to show you. And before we conclude, I love their sounds that they make. Like, that's so funny. It is. You can turn that off if you don't want it, but it's funny that it has that. Oh, as you can see, it says device and wireless charger. I left my phone in the wireless charger there, and it's letting me know. That's kind of convenient. This vehicle also does come equipped with Hyundai's Smart Park Assist. And we've seen it on multiple other Hyundai vehicles throughout the years. It's super nice. Also has remote start as well. Pretty nice. You do get Hyundai's new key fob as well, which is a little bit ugly in my opinion.
Yeah, it looks like a 1990s.
Yeah, it's huge too. It makes a huge bulge in your pocket when you have it in your pocket. And the key is separated. But anyways, to go back to the Smart Park, pretty simple. when the vehicle's remote started, you can press and hold the forward button on it and the vehicle will move forward. This is handy if someone's parked on top of you or if there's a puddle beside your car. You can just easily move the car forward and get in, and you can even go backwards as well. What's that?
Would you like me to demonstrate that it won't run over me?
That's true. Yeah, we should try that out. All right, stand back there. We'll see if it runs over Luke here. Don't try this at home, disclaimer. Stops right before him.
Right there.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
Won't allow it to go. That's awesome. So they think of everything. It's pretty nice. It'll even look at curbs too as well. Stop before hitting the curb. I love how as soon as you let go of it, it just slams on the brakes. It's hilarious. Thanks to Hyundai for providing this vehicle for me to film over the week. I'm actually going to be taking this on a road trip to Michigan this weekend, so I'll be providing another update video as soon as we get completed with that. So stay tuned for that. Be sure to follow me on Instagram for some additional content behind the scenes. Be sure to like and subscribe as well. And we'll go ahead and see you in the next video. Take care, everybody.